Let's talk about all the insanity of the tickets and Sick New World being canceled. Imagine that. It's funny because you clowns will pay any amount of money to go watch these concerts nowadays. I'll give you an example. This was in uh, 2016. It was Rob Zombie and Disturbed. When Disturbed, I think it was 10,000 Fist tour. Could be wrong, but I know it was 2016 because I still got the stub. And it was $59 a ticket. And I was 5 rows back in a Coliseum. Now, that same ticket price right now for Disturbed's bullshit concert is $500. Now, if we do the math, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 times the price it was not even 10 years ago. So it is not doubled, it's quadrupled plus some. So that's the insanity of that. I don't give a goddamn if Moses was touring that goddamn tour. I'm not paying $500 for that bullshit. Well, considering for the Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper concert, I was in pretty good seats, VIP seats, and we only pay $120 each, I think. And that was for VIP seating and VIP lounge together. So I'm just like scratching my goddamn head, like, where you guys come with all these tickets? Oh, never mind, I know why. It's Ticketmaster Live Nation garbage with our dynamic bullshit pricing. Yeah, I remember when that was invented. And everybody wonders why Walmart's doing that with their food. And why Wendy's is trying it with their food. And why toll roads up in Pennsylvania are doing it. Oh, that's right. Pennsylvania's even doing that dumb shit on their toll roads. You take the toll road in the morning, it'd be $15. That afternoon, it'd be $20, $25. And on Sunday, well, yeah, Sunday early morning, it might be $5. And I tried to explain that to the people that lived there. Nah, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I showed it to them. And then it's like, oh, yeah, so that's kind of crazy. So there's that. So now you kind of get the gist of the dynamic everything, because they realize that you idiots are willing to pay for it. My generation would have told them to stick it up their ass. We ain't going. That's why it didn't work. Well, they tried it before. Oh, yeah, they tried it. Tried it many a times. But when the millennials become of age and the Zers became of age, and they realized, oh, well, these idiots will pay anything. They got this entitlement, so let's make the money. And that's why we got Metallica thinks they're worth $5 million a show. Yeah, no. And then Linkin Park cover band thinks they're worth the $5 million a show. No. I don't think so. Ain't played a show since fucking Chester died. And she sounds like an alley cat in a fucking alley singing. Wrong. I can't carry a tune in a goddamn bucket, and I know it. Whoever told her, she lied to them, or they lied to her. Back to the Sick New World. And it's funny, because if the rumor's true, and the thing that was released is true, it kind of started with Live Nation. We all know how mismanagement them clowns are. They think because the idiots will pay these ridiculous ticket prices for these pop bands that everybody else will do it. Well, I guess they found out with Sick New World with their ridiculous prices and their VIP, which was insane, and all this other garbage they've done. And the guy that originally was doing it stepped down, so I guess Live Nation thought they were the geniuses, and they were going to say, well, we're going to fix you. Yeah, okay. And I'm guessing that's the only reason why all the DWP festivals have survived. It's because Live Nation Ticketmaster hasn't had their hand in on it too much to say, well, this is what's going to happen. But good old Danny Dumbass Wilmer, he's starting to do that dumb shit just like they do. Jacking the ridiculous prices of everything, which is insane. Because he'll milk every last little penny out of the fans, which is fucking insane. Because it went from the way it was when I started going to Rock on the Range to the way it is now with their moronic cashless garbage. So not only do you have to pay a ridiculous ticket price, you got to pay a ridiculous fee to get one of their moronic cards out of a machine. That's right. He makes money off of that shit. And I've had people argue with me back and forth. So look, you obviously don't know how a fucking business works. That man has his hand in everything. Nothing comes on that property without that man getting his money first, without him getting his cut first. And if you think otherwise, you're a moron. Because nothing is for free. And nobody on this goddamn planet is going to do something for free. Not like that. So keep telling yourself that bullshit, and they'll keep charging the same prices that they're charging. But anyway, back to it. So it went from not so bad to all the fees. And then you got all the clowns stealing it. Because when they first did the cashless thing, you had vendors and people that was doing the damn beer taking, and when people would use their card, they would take and put their own tip in it, and bam. Hell, some of them would rack up $200 or $300 on the people's cards. That was a big to do. I mean, it was bad. Hell, even the last time I went there, because I went to an ink incarceration, and I went to the Sonic Temple right after Rock on the Range, and that was the last time I went to the Sonic Temple, because it was the same fucking way. Nope. All that headache and bullshit, pass. And now with all these other ridiculous prices and everything, it's not worth it. But they know you clowns will pay it. Because to me, it's like this. The older a band gets, they're not getting any better. Oh. Then you got, what was his fucking name? Bruce Springsteen, when he was asked about it, why in the world was he okay with the ridiculous ticket pricings, the dynamic ticket pricing that Live Nation and fucking Ticketmaster does? He said, well, I deserve it. Well, okay, he deserves to make some money, that's right. But the dynamic ticket pricing is ridiculous, for one, and for two, you ain't getting no better. Actually, you're getting worse. Unless you hook your mic up to a computer like the clown from Ministry does, or Motley Crue, and then you sound better, but you're actually not. You're actually stealing from your fans that way, but hey, that's another story. And then we got AC/DC, that's been around, 50 fucking years, and they sound pretty not good. They sound about like they did when they were starting out way back in the day. So, I mean, you start out sounding bad, then you get better, and then the longer you do it, the worse you get. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I've been going to concerts since I was 5 years old. So that was 44 years. I've seen a lot of bands over the years. Been to a lot of festivals, a lot of concerts, a lot of other kind of shit. So yeah, it has gotten ridiculous over it. So you're not getting any better. And now with the day and age that any clown can make an album on his home computer and put it out there and make money off of it, it's good and bad. Because now they're pushing for music. Not quality music, but just music in general. So it's actually dumbed down the system. Idiocracy the system. And then some of my favorite parts. These are my favorite parts. Like Trent Reznor from fucking Nine Inch Nails. What a douchebag. I mean, I loved Nine Inch Nails. But a fucking douchebag, man. When people complain to him about his tickets, oh, well, that's why I give you the code so you can get them pre-order, pre-sale. Pre-sale? Motherfucker, you control the ticket prices. You ain't a new band. You ain't like fucking Jelly Roller just started out that has a 360 contract that can't control his ticket prices because he's too much in the hole with the company. You own most of your shit. So you go tell that bullshit to somebody else. So yeah, fuck him too. But I will say with this, Robert Smith, The Cure, he still somewhat got his voice. It ain't the best in the world, but it's okay. And I've heard it live 24 years ago. Yeah, I think 24 years ago. And as of recent. But one thing he did, and he fucking went off on Ticketmaster and Live Nation for doing this shit too. He flat out told them, look, I don't want my fans to have to pay these ridiculous ticket prices. It is insane. We got to come to an agreement. So they came to an agreement, and then behind his back, Live Nation, Ticketmaster started ridiculously jacking the prices of the tickets. He said, hold the fuck up, back up, man. You better fix that. And Al Bings, The Cure, I figured he would jump along like some of the others, but he actually didn't. He actually stood up for it, which was cool. Now, back to Linkin Park. Was it the Linkin Park? Oh, no, my bad. It wasn't Linkin Park. I think it was Pearl Jam. And it's one of those, might have been Pearl Jam. I think so. They were kind of reason why they split up was because it may be Pearl Jam, it may not. But I know it's one of the bands. And if you look the story up, it'll tell you that they had split up because of the ridiculousness of the ticket prices. And they were tired of their fans having to pay that ridiculous amount of money. But now they're charging that same amount of ridiculous money per concert, which I was scratching my head over. I'm like, wait a minute. So now you're going to sell out too from what you originally stood for just to be part of the machine. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Well, I'm sitting here at home and I can listen to my good CDs and not have to spend a ridiculous amount of money. So there's that. And it's only going to get worse. Because I'm thinking now, because Kiss did that, sold their image and everything to this company that is going to make avatars of them. I have a sneaky suspicion that's what's going to be the future of our concerts. You're not going to see the band anymore. You're going to see a fucking avatar of them. or a hologram of them. So you're not really going to get to have that personal experience anymore. But that's my opinion. But I see that's where it's going. Because they've tried many times to take a dead lead singer and try to use that hologram with the rest of the band and charge ridiculous amount of money for it. Some of it's worked, some of it hasn't. But now that Kiss has made the groundbreaking thing of be the first band to do it, I think that's what'll happen. So that's it.